If you want to increase your luck from 1%, because if you're living your life to chance, you're only having 1% luck. So increase your luck by working hard and preparing to meet opportunities. When preparation meets with opportunities, you become lucky.
Life's journey is that of limitless possibilities. Therefore, you must get rid of your inhibitions because there are no boundaries to what you can achieve. The only limit is in your mind.
Actions bring more action. Inaction brings more inaction. You will be very glad that you started something, because once you start, you tell yourself, no, I cannot come and fail, I've already started. But once you don't start, you will relax. What's my business now? Let them do it. So when you're dedicated, it means no procrastination, no excuses. You don't have this life in your hands. It's not in your control. So go do what you have to do today. Do it now. Knowing your energy levels so that you don't waste your energy unnecessarily. Some people say smart work, others say hard work. But you need both of them combined. Let's start with your physical energy. Okay? Mastering your energy levels helps you to know when you perform your best and then you repeat. You press on the repeat button. You will always come out high. You will always achieve your goals when you know how to use your energy levels properly. The first is your physical energy, which we're already used to. It has to do with your stamina. It has to do with your health. If you're not healthy, you can't be here. You will be at home somewhere lying down. And this all comes to play when it comes to your physical energy, your diet, your rest, exercise. Those ones are very important so that you will always show up. For you to show up, you have to be physically strong. So you must take care of that part of energy. Now, the next energy level I want to talk about is your spiritual energy. When I talk about spiritual energy, we're not talking about going to call God down from heaven or bringing Cain to flog all our enemies so they will die sharp sharp. No way. First of all, you must realize that you are a spiritual being in a physical body on a journey here. You must start by realizing that. Have you asked yourself the question, why am I the only one that cannot see myself? Does it not make any kind of sense to you? First of all, have to connect to your own soul. If you don't know how to connect to yourself, you can't connect with other people. You don't even know what you want. Everything goes. A lot of us can listen to anybody, anything, saying any nonsense. I see people watch deaths with their phones and they pour these things into their brain. Ever they go for it, how do you expect it to be clean or dirty? Very dirty. That is what we do to ourselves when we watch deaths. They always use headlines like 10 people die in one massacre and something like that, and everybody's rushing to go and look at it. That is what sells in the news. This is how they make their money. They can't make money without putting those bad stuff out. They can't make money without projecting the worst, and then you live in fear. So, if you can listen to anything, it's about time you start listening to yourself. It's about time you look at yourself, sit down quietly, and listen to what your soul is telling you. There are yearnings from your childhood that never goes away, no matter how old you become. In fact, that is why a lot of people die unfulfilled, because there are yearnings inside them that never went away. And they always feel like, I missed out. I finally missed out. Listen to yourself. How many people here look at the mirror every day before they go out? I hope everybody do look at the mirror here. Now, when you look at the mirror, what do you see? Look at how fine your cloth is. How beautiful your hair is, right? And then you smile and like, wow, I'm looking beautiful today, and you're off. That is not the only thing you should see when you look at the mirror. From today onwards, when you look at the mirror, look deeply into your own eyes, because that is the only way you look at yourself. That is the only place you see your physical body. And then tell yourself, I got you. When everybody leaves, because everybody at some point will not be there. For example, the more you grow, the more you detach yourself from your parents. And the more your children grow, the more they detach themselves from you. You are the only one that won't leave you. So you look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I got you. No matter what. No matter my mistakes, I've got myself. Take time to quietly sit down and meditate. I always tell people, write down journals. Your gratitude journals. Things that happened today that you noticed. These things will help you to connect to yourself as a human being, as a spiritual being that is on earth with a physical body. And when you connect with yourself, the next person you need to connect with is God. I am not talking about religion here.
This is UccyTouch Network.
Learn to use emotional energy. It works. Maya Angelou says that people will forget what you said, but they won't forget how you made them feel. That is emotional intelligence. Out of all these four energies, if you're using only one and keeping the other one aside, it's quite difficult to get to that point, to achieve those goals you want to achieve. Because you can't achieve it in isolation. And you can't achieve it without God, without knowing that you have a strong backup. You can't achieve it without your physical energy, and you can't achieve it without thinking on the best way to do it. One of my students said, my mentees, she said, I asked her, what do you understand life to be? And she said that she sees life as a game. And that game means you have to play the first level, win, then you get to the next level. That is what life meant to her. And in actual sense, it's actually a game. For real. You have to pass every level, you get to the next stage. And I will say, what if we saw our lives like a football match? Let's analyze it a little. In order to get your goals, I think you should start seeing your life as a football match. The first aim of every footballer or any game is to score goals. The game is for 90 minutes, Abi. And every other thing you do inside that field, also when you money no matter 10 or 10 times, the aim is score that goal. Abi? Yeah. That is what life should be about. Your aim is to score your goals. And goals that have been accumulated turns you into a success. Success is different from winning, just in case you don't know. Let me get back to this part. Winning is different from success. Winning is more of your reputation, who people think you are. Success is who you truly are. It is a journey. It is a process. So winning is the end. Success is the process. So back to the football field. Your team members are your connection. They are your network. People that are on the same page with you. Learn to work with them. And who is the referee? The crap. The naysayers. The people that stop you. Whether you do it right or do it wrong, they will always try to stop you. At some point, they'll give you a yellow card. That means warning. Abi, don't do it like that again. At other parts, they will give you red card. And when they give you a red card in a match, doesn't mean you've stopped playing football. No. You go back and wait for the next match. Apply it. What happens when unforeseen circumstances comes up in life? You stay there. No. And the same thing happens in football. You can get injured. You go back, rest, and come back. Or you're out of that game. It doesn't mean you stopped football. You're coming back. What about your opponents? They are not your enemies. Stop praying for your neighbors to die. Stop praying for your uncle in the village that is against you to die. Stop wasting your physical energy on that. Spend your physical energy on something very, very useful, as in aim at that goalpost. That is what you should be using your physical energy for. The fans. Already in the football field, we have different fans. The ones that are on your team and the ones that are for the other team. It's the same in life. Everybody mustn't be on your team. Everybody mustn't be on your page. Sometimes, you should always remember the ones that are cheering you on. They are the ones that actually matters. The people that are on your page, the people that are cheering you on, the people that will patronize you. And guess what again, those of you that watch football, I know that some of you are die-hard Chelsea or Man United, but sometimes you also support other teams when your team is not playing, Abi. That is the same thing with your fan or the other fans, whoever those fans are. But if I fraud this product, they will come back for your product. But if you will for this side, they will come to your own side, even if it's for a while. And sometimes they finally get converted to your page. The coach, I can't forget him. He is your mentor. You should always have someone that you look up to. Every other area of your life, you should have people that mentor you, that coach you. That is what the coach is there for. Everything should be an avenue for you to learn and grow. And it will make things to be a lot less heavier than the way we see it. The next thing I always say is laugh. My dear, laugh at yourself. When you fall, laugh at yourself. Laugh with other people. It makes life lighter. You know we're not getting out of this life alive, right? So it is not that serious. Like the football match I said, you keep doing everything to score your goals for that 90 minutes. That is how life is. You keep doing it till the day you breathe your final breath. I always wonder why people say they want to retire. I don't know. For me, if I'm going to be dead for much longer, why am I retiring now? I'm 90, that is if I'm up to 90 by the time I die. I want to still speak to people. I want to still talk to people and tell them how to grow old gracefully. The only thing is that I intend to work hard now and then have another type of life then, but not retiring. Okay? So, no matter what I say today, I'm sure there are people in this room that will say, some people are lucky, some people are born lucky. No matter what she says, it's because she's lucky. Okay. Sorry, I will not go into the details of how lucky I was or how unlucky I was. But I only want to increase your luck from 1% to at least 50%. That is the only thing I'm going to make sure I do here. If you want to increase your luck from 1%, because if you're living your life to chance, you're only having 1% luck. Out of 100 people, I receive it. And finally, he will not receive it. Because Chukwu the busy, they help people that are helping him. So increase your luck by working hard and preparing to meet opportunities. When preparation meets with opportunities, you become lucky.